Grab your melt roller and we're going to do a little Pilates to go workout. So no matter where you are in your living room or on vacation, you can take your mat, you can take your roller, and you can work out from anywhere you are. So just a little warm up. So we'll take your roller here, likewise on the mat, and just start with the gentle cat-cow. So breath in, lengthen out, and round your back and curl back in. Inhale to lengthen, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed, and just allow your breath to move your spine. And round. Easily done without the roller. Just let your hands slide out on the mat and round back up. Now take your roller, place it on a diagonal. So this is my left side low, right side high. Take your right arm up, sit back onto your heels, cross your arm over, but keep your collarbone and chest square to the ground. Left hand comes down to the mat, and all you're doing is lowering your body down. What we don't want is a twist. So really keeping your right shoulder back and reaching forward. Now place with the left hand on the mat. Push your ribs to the right. So I'm using my left hand as lateral traction to expand my right ribs. Take a breath and then come back up and then do it again. So check that you're not twisted. Chest, collarbone square to the mat. Lengthen forward and just use your left hand. If I think about pushing my left hand on the mat to the left, that creates that energy of the right ribs to fan out to the right and bring it up. Changing sides. So now my right side is low, left side is high. So I'm going to use my left hand. Take the arm across, place it down. Keep your left shoulder down, chest, collarbone square to the ground. Lower your torso, right hand to the mat. Create the traction to the right with your hand, which fans your left ribs open to the left. Breathe into that space and come back up. One more time, check that your chest, shoulders square to the ground. Lower down, create traction through the right hand to fan your ribs out. Take a breath and exhale. And then come back up. Bringing the roller in front, take your left foot forward, right foot back. Open your arm out to the side, breathe in, and come back down. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it down. Step your right foot in. Let your head relax down. Step your left foot back. Lengthen your spine. Notice my foot is flat, knee over the ankle. Breath in, open, and bring it back. Notice that my arm and torso are lined up. So it's not about bringing the arm back. It's about rotating and opening through your chest. Keeping your arm in line with the rest of your torso. Inhale. Reaching out through the back heel. Leg is lengthened and open. And bring it down. Step your left foot forward. Parallel feet, toes forward. Bend your knees, lengthen your spine, draw your shoulder blades down, and extend your legs back up, head relaxes. Pressing your knees forward, keeping a parallel position through your feet. Heels stay planted. So emphasizing the dorsiflexion of the ankle, the bending of the hips and knees. And one more time, sitting down and pressing up. Grab the roller, scoop through your belly, rolling up to stand. Wonderful. Good. Take the roller behind your back. Press the roller into the back and then press your ribs back into the roller. Rotate with the breath. Come back to center Rotate with an inhale. Exhale back to center. Again. Keeping your ribs pressing into the roller, keeping your belly button drawn towards your spine. And return. Next, we can go into a side bend. So as we inhale, we laterally flex over, enjoying that opening of the chest, shoulders roll back, and bringing it up. Inhale, side over. Exhale, up one more time. Inhale, side over, and exhale to stand. Bringing the roller down, arms for in front. Bring your arms up, lower them back down. Again, inhale and exhale. So as you're holding onto the roller, create a lateral traction. So it's not just the arms going up, it's like you're trying to separate the roller. So it creates an activation of your triceps, middle deltoid, the side of your shoulders, your lats, and your core. So we press, create a tension by pulling the roller apart. And again, inhale and exhale one more time. Keep that tension as if you're trying to pull the roller apart and bring it back down. Coming back, take a roll forward, breathing in. Step the roller out, come down onto your knees, and give one more lengthening forward with the breath and round it all the way up. Good. Coming to a seated position, place the roller just behind you. Feel that anchor right at the upper part of the lower part of the shoulder blades. Hands behind your head. Lift your pelvis, activate your core into a scoop, and place your pelvis back down. Use your abdominals to support the position so you're not pulling on your head. Instead, press your head back into your hands. Keep your elbows wide, draw belly to spine. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine back. And exhale, contract your abdominals to curl up. So all we're doing here is getting an activation of your upper abdomen. And exhale, contract. Notice when I go back, all I'm doing is lengthening through the ribs as opposed to arching back over the roller. So I'm keeping this connection, like I'm keeping my bottom rib stable, and then I curl up. Extend back, keep your lower belly engaged, side bend to the left, breathe into your right ribs, let your head be heavy into your hands, come back to center, side bend, breathe into the right rib cage, and then come back to center. Step your feet forward just a little bit, scoop through the belly, lift and hover your pelvis, and start to glide. Now, what's important here so that we're not getting tension into the neck is that you're using your abdominals to press into the curved side of the roller. Just going to move down a little bit here. So we're pressing against the front or curved side of the roller using your abdominals. Bring your elbows a little more narrow to help draw your shoulder blades away from your spine, just to give you a little more space to melt and hydrate in between your shoulder blades. Bring your pelvis down and just go into a small twisting action right there. Good. Straighten your legs out, take your arms overhead, and bring yourself up to a seated position. Next, we take our roller, we reach arms forward and scoop through the belly, draw your shoulder blades down. Inhale, rolling down the mat, arms reach overhead. Inhale, chin nod forward. Exhale, use your abdominals. As you come forward, notice I'm stopping when my shoulders are over my hips and that sense of lifting up through the core to support my spine. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, arms go overhead. Inhale, arms move, chin nod forward. Exhale, powerful exhale to peel up into the scoop. Inhale to roll down. Exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, arms start to move, chin nod forward. Imagine each vertebra gently pressing down into the mat before it comes up. Soften the shoulders, shoulder blades, draw down the back, and arms overhead. Inhale, arms come, head lifts, scoop through your belly to roll all the way up to seated. Take the roller behind you, bring yourself up onto the roller, extend your legs out front, and come into a tuck. So my sits bones are on my feet side of the roller, and I'm using my abdominals to create the balance and the scoop. Arms come to the side. We take a breath in, arm comes up, exhale, over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate over. So deepening the scoop, belly to spine. Inhale, exhale, deepen the scoop. Inhale. Notice now I'm starting to fan my arms out. So the progression would be both arms off and rotate around. Both arms off and rotate around. Now, if you're feeling any tension in your low back, we need to deepen the scoop. Your option is to bend the knees just to shorten your lever a little bit. And around. Always we want to feel strength versus strain in your body. And again, inhale and exhale. One more each way, holding that deep abdominal scoop. And again, inhale, holding the deep abdominal scoop. And exhale. Coming down off the roller, we'll come onto our front. Bring the roller in front of your knees. Your toes are curled under. We're going to come onto our forearms, and the roller lands just above your knee. Now here, upper body is strong. Notice my pelvis and ribs are in alignment. Using your upper body and your toes, just start to glide up and down on your thighs just above your knee. Head alignment is important, so lift your eyes to help keep your head in line with your spine. Tip your heels to the right and just swirl around. Notice I'm tipping and I'm just working on that lower part of the lateral side of the quadricep, focusing on breath and alignment. Tip your heels to the left and focus on your left thigh. So we're getting some upper body stability, some abdominal connection while we hydrate our quadriceps, and then just rock side to side. Take a breath and exhale. Walk backwards, and now you're in mid-thigh. So same thing, push through the forearms, lengthen through your spine, out through the crown of your head, and go into your glide, up and down. Tip to one side, focus there. You can swirl around. You can see I'm sort of tipping. It's like I'm circling around the vastus lateralis of the quadricep. Other side, swirling around. And then we stop and tip side to side. Pause there for a breath, and then come back. And again, just stretch forward right there. So that felt sort of good. And then rounding up. So now we're going to go into a plank. So we want to have the roller on your pelvis just above your pubic bone. So between your ASIS and the pubic bone. And your toes will be curled under. Now, with the forearms, if you start with them parallel, from your shoulder, you're going to externally rotate and then pull the elbows down and in on a V angle. So you feel an activation of the mid-back and the triceps. The toes curl under. Your eyes are lifted to keep your head in line with the spine. So you're nice and active through the arms back. Draw belly to spine. We're going to take a breath, extend the knees, and then hover your pelvis. Keep your elbows pulling down and in. Take a breath in. Exhale, belly to spine. And again, inhale And exhale, belly to spine. Pelvis comes down, knees touch, and pause. Check your arm position. Now, what I want to make sure is that you're externally rotating from the shoulder and not doing this with the wrist. So you want to be in this position on the mat, externally rotate at the shoulder so that the elbows come in, but you see this nice straight line. Then when you pull down and in, you get this activation of the lats and the shoulder girdle, wraps around to the lower abdominals. So that is key. Find that connection. Straighten the knees with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Hover your pelvis. Notice the alignment. Head, ribs, and pelvis are all lined up. Take another breath. Keep pulling your elbows down and in. Reach out through the crown of your head. Reach back through the heels and draw your belly towards your spine. Pelvis comes down, knees tuck, and rest. Let's go one more time. Connect the upper body. Pull elbows down and in. Lift and lengthen through your spine, out through the crown of your head. Extend your knees. Take a breath. Exhale. Upper body, belly to spine. Hover the pelvis. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, belly to spine. Keep pulling your arms down and in. Pelvis and ribs are aligned. And then lower your pelvis down. Touch the knees and bring yourself all the way back. Great. Beautiful way to do a plank. Common errors with the plank is often people aren't in alignment. So when you start with your pelvis on the roller, you're already closer to being aligned. Taking your roller now, place the roller just at the inner thigh, below your knee. Angle the roller a little here, just so it doesn't interfere with your body position. Arms come by your side, nice energy reaching through the arms. Lift your heels and just very subtly turn your toes towards each other. It's just a subtle toe in. Press into your feet. Take a breath in. As you exhale, keep pushing your feet into the floor and away from your seat. Squeeze your glutes as you lift, squeezing into the underside of the roller. Ribs are heavy, throat is open. Take a breath in and exhale gently to roll down and release your pelvis at the bottom. Again, press into your feet, squeeze the glutes. Use your inner thigh to press into the underside of the roller. You get that sense of your thighs spiraling around and under. Ribs are heavy, throat is open. Pause for a breath. And as you exhale, coming down through your spine, pressing now into the sides of the roller. Everything releases at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, feet, belly to spine, squeezing the lower fibers of your glutes, pressing into the underside of the roller. Ribs heavy, focus on the lengthened energy of your knees reaching over your toes. Breath in and exhale, keeping that connection, pressing into the sides of the roller all the way down. One more time. Breath in. Exhale, I call it scoop through the core, squeeze through the glutes, roll through your spine. Collarbone broad, arms are reaching. Take another breath in. Exhale to roll down and release. Lovely. Take the roller, place it off to the side. Bring your feet and knees all the way together. Breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your glutes and bridge up. Take your right knee up, extend it to the ceiling. Lower your pelvis halfway down, reach your toe to the ceiling. What's important here is that you're keeping your ribs heavy, that you're not letting your ribs arch up. Instead, you're pressing through your left foot and activating your glutes and using your inner hip and outer hip to stabilize so that your knee and thigh are tracking straight. The target of your toes reaching to the ceiling helps to get the hip extension through the left hip. And now we're going to lift it up and hold it, keeping ribs in, keeping pelvis up through the glutes. Reach, flex and lift. Point and lengthen out, flex and lift. Inhale, keeping your pelvis level. Exhale, inhale. Exhale one more time. Inhale and exhale. Bend your knee, place your foot down, and roll through your spine. Left leg goes up. Press into your right foot and bridge. Ribs heavy. Check that it's a glute exercise. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. We're reaching the left toe up and lengthening your right knee over your toe. We lower and lift. Keep nice energy in your left thigh. Your quad is engaged. Everything is active through the breath. Upper body is easy. Lower body is engaged. We lower. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Notice the smoothness of my movement. I'm not lifting quickly. Instead, I'm engaging through the breath and moving with the breath. Equal timing. One more time. I'm going to hold it up. Point and lower. Flex and lift. Reaching from the hip as this glute stays engaged. Pelvis stays level. Flex and lift. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place your foot down. Pause for a breath. Squeeze your glutes and roll down through the spine. Bringing your right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Hands come behind your head. Elbows are wide. Inhale, chin nod forward. Exhale, curl up. Notice the shape of my upper body travel together. Let's do that again. So all we're doing as we inhale is activating the deep neck flexors, creating this condition of stability. And the movement as you exhale comes from your upper abdominals pressing lower ribs down. Head gently presses into the hand and we tap the right foot and bring it up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Upper body goes down. Place your feet one at a time to the floor. Keep your knees and ankles together and just tip the lower body over to the right, reaching through the left elbow, keeping your left shoulder on the mat. On your next exhale, belly to spine, bring the legs back, and then take your lower body over to the other side. Such a beautiful lengthening down the side of your body and bringing it back to center. Take a breath, belly to spine, bring your right leg, belly to spine, left leg. Inhale, chin nod forward, exhale, curl up. Now we're going to reach the right leg out and bring it in and reach the left leg out. You're looking to the toes. Your toes are pointed to the same spot across the room. So if you say have a wall across the room, you can see that your toes are pointed to the exact same spot across the wall. Your upper body here is holding your torso up, so there's not neck strain. Instead, your head is gently pressing into your hand. And one more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Upper body comes down. Right foot comes down. Left foot comes down. Take your roller. Roll onto your side. Tuck your knees so you're about a 45-degree angle in the hips and knees. Reach your arms forward. We want to tilt our pelvis so tailbone reaches back. We want to stack so the top side of your pelvis is over the lower. And then we want to roll forward. So this knee is going to reach over the bottom knee and your fingertips are going to reach beyond the bottom arm. So we're what's called tilted, stacked, and rolled. Feet stay together. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach the top knee forward as it lifts. Check that you're still stacked in your pelvis and rolled forward. So you want to feel more weighted on your thigh than your hip. And then lift the thigh a little deeper while maintaining the position of your pelvis and lower back down. Each time, check your tilt, stack, and roll. Reach your knee forward as it lifts. The key is not to let your pelvis rock back. We want to activate our gluteus medius as we're lifting the thigh and then bring it back down. Check your pelvic position, tilt, stack, and roll. Reach your knee forward and lift. Take a breath, check your pelvic position, and there's always a little tweaking that I can do as I go a little deeper into these external hip rotators and bring it down. So if you're a runner or a cyclist, we want to be stable in our outer and inner hip to support the forward movement that we do. Again, reach your knee forward as you lift. Notice the core activation to maintain the stability of your pelvis and bring it back down. Now, if you're feeling a little bit of a quiver in the leg and the hip, embrace the quiver. It means that you are in the right neurological pathway. And again, knee reaches forward as it lifts, checking your pelvic position, the tilt, stack, and roll. And through the next exhale, go a little deeper and bring it back down. Again, tilt, stack, and roll to lift and down. Now this time we're going to lift it by reaching the knee forward, holding it, check your pelvic position in the tilt, stack, and roll. And it's just little lift, little lift. Lighten up on the bottom leg. It's tempting to press the bottom leg into the mat to create stability, but lighten that up and focus on pelvic stability through the core and isolating our lateral hip. And up and 4 more with the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. And bring it all the way down. As a transition, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees into quadruped position. Flatten the tops of the feet out and find that nice strong line through the tail to your head, belly to spine. So that energy of lifting and lengthening. Picture a glass of water sitting on your pelvis, and we don't want the water to tip. Extend your left leg out. Just keep it low, in line with your pelvis. Lift and lengthen, draw belly to spine, and reach your right arm up. Focus on what's stabilizing from the ground. So we want to be lifted and lengthened, stabilizing from your right hip to your left shoulder girdle. Bring it back down. Think of that water. Don't let it drop. Lift and lengthen from tail to head. Draw belly to spine. It's easy to say. Pull your tummy in. Extend your right leg out. Find that stability from the left hip to the right shoulder girdle. And extend your left leg out. Left arm. Lift and lengthen. Breathe into the lengthening and strengthening. Bringing it in. Thinking of that glass of water. Now we'll move both at once. Breath in. Left leg, right arm. Stabilize. Focus on what's staying still. And bring it back in. Stabilize the pelvis. Think of that glass of water. Keep it on your sacrum. Lift your eyes to open your throat. Head stays in line with your spine. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Stabilize before you mobilize. Beautiful. And bring it back in. And one more time, push through the arms, lift through the core, and extend out. Bring it all the way in. So now we'll do the other side. So we bring the roller just onto your skull. We want to get our pelvis in a tilt, a stack, and a roll by reaching forward. We take a breath in. As you exhale, energize your top knee forward as it lifts. Check your stack, check your roll. Lift a little higher, going deeper. Lower your leg back down. And again, reach your knee forward as it lifts. Breath in. Go a little deeper by keeping your pelvis stable and lower it back down. Again, check your tilt, your stack and roll. Reach your knee forward as it lifts. Pause, check your position of the pelvis, and lift that leg a little bit higher. Lower it back down. And again, check your tilt, stack, and roll. Knee reaches forward as it lifts. Stay light on the bottom leg. And lower it back down. This time we're going to hold it up. Reach the knee forward, take it up. And it's a little pulse lift. Lift. The focus is on the external rotation of the hip from your glute med. And exhale. And exhale. Embrace the quiver. Hopefully it's there. If not, check your pelvic position in the tilt, stack, and roll. And lift. And lift. And we have 4, 3. Keep reaching forward. Stay light on the bottom leg. And 1. And bring it all the way down. Beautiful job. Coming over onto the hands and knees once again. We're going to come down onto your tummy. Lengthen your arms out front. Keeping your head with your spine. Elevate your shoulder blades. Draw your shoulder blades down. Elbows are straight. Elevate the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder blades back down. Inhale, let the ribs expand. Exhale, activate the mid-back. Inhale, let the ribs expand. Activate the mid-back. Now bring the roller just to the heel of your palm. Draw your shoulder blades down. Keep your belly to spine. Press your pubic bone into the mat. And lower back down. As we initiate this movement, we start by drawing the shoulder blades down, lifting your eyes, sternum comes up, ribs, abdominals engaged, and lower down. We want to focus on activating the mid and upper back and not compressing the lumbar spine. So this is not about how high you come. It's about keeping that connection through the core. So its focus is thoracic extension. Notice my feet, my legs are staying on the ground. And lower down. And one more time, draw your shoulder blades down, lifting and lengthening. Take a breath. And exhale, lower down. Place your hands by your shoulders, shoulder blades down and back. We'll keep your knees down and push up. Now we want to be in a straight line from your pelvis to the top of your head. We're going to bend and push. If you find this challenging and you want to modify, just bring your knees in and do the same thing from here. So you can be in a quadruped position or you can be in a planking position. What's most important here is that we're maintaining the alignment from your head to your ribs to your pelvis. So we bend down and push up, keeping your eyes lifted, strong through your arms, stable through your core, using your breath. 3 more. And exhale, push. Inhale. And exhale, push. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, push. And sit back and release. Coming into what we call our mermaid stance. We'll have the roller to the side of the leg that's in front. We do a nice little lengthen. Notice I'm not gliding out really far to put stress on the shoulder. I'm focusing more on my rib cage motion. You can also go without the roller. The roller's kind of fun. Up and over. So I'm really supporting from my core, focusing on the rib cage movement versus putting a lot of load on the supporting arm. One more time. We take it over and up. Now take your hand behind you, push up and open through your hips and bring it back down. Shoulders down and back, tummy is engaged. Lift up and open through your hips and down. Again, inhale to extension. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale to extension. And exhale, sit back down. Bring the roller to the other side, changing your legs. Again, we want to stay light on the shoulder, focus on your ribs softening, your ribs moving, and lift. Again, inhale. Lifting. Notice how my bottom ribs are lifting my top ribs over. And exhale. Up and over. And return. And one more time. Up and over. And return. Now, take your hand to the mat. Reach up. Press your hips forward. Let your eyes follow your top fingers. And bring it back down. And lift up with the breath. And down. And open your hips. Beautiful expansion. Down. And one more time to lift up with the breath. And bring it back down. So you can either just sit cross-legged on the floor, or you can prop yourself up onto the roller. Hands to the knees, sit up tall through your spine. Feel that energy and lift from your spine through the back of the neck, up through the crown of your head. And let's just take a breath in together, breathing in from overhead into your belly. Exhale down your tail all the way to the center of the earth. Breathe in up from the earth into your belly. Let it feel good. Let your chest expand. Gently hug your shoulder blades together. And exhale out through the top of your head. Inhale from above your head, a little hug of your shoulder blades, opening through heart center. And exhale, pull your belly to your spine as you send the energy of your breath down your tail to the ground. Breathing up from the earth into the belly. Open and expand your chest. Exhale, belly to spine, and send the energy of the breath out through the crown of your head. Bring your arms up for another breath in. Exhale to rotate around to one side. Inhale up. And exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale to rotate, a little integration of crossing over midline and back to center. Good. Breathe up. Hands come back down, heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.